me that'll wait so much. And it's really sad. Somewhere in here I wrote a joke about pizza and I couldn't find it earlier. I just remember it was really cheesy. You know, I don't like pot, but if it ever gets legalized, I'd be really excited to see the commercials for it. I started writing a song the other day about tortillas, but the genre every time kept coming out as a rap. There's not really an easy way to say the word bubbles when you're angry. Whenever Batman skips church, I call that Christian Bale. The other night I poured some super glue into non-stick pans. Somebody is eventually going to be wrong. I have lots of doubts about teeth whitening when the toothpaste comes out blue. It's like we're off to a bad start already. In the song Bingo, Bingo is actually the name of the farmer and not the dog. And the full name of this farmer is Bingo McDonald. He also has a farm full of other animals, and which is where we get the song Old MacDonald Had a Farm. The only bad part is the one animal he did not have on this farm was a fox. So now we're stuck with a stupid song in this century about what does the fox say. A lot of people ask me why I don't own a cell phone, but I just tell them I own a pocket watch because time is always going to end up in our pockets no matter what. Because if you think of the evolution of pocket watches, we started off with a pocket watch which was replaced by a wristwatch, that was replaced by a digital watch, which was replaced by a cell phone, which ended up back in our pockets. My neighbor is actually a ghost hunter, but he looks very confused to me when I ask him if he plays catch and release. Sometimes I think a cow looks at a Dalmatian and just goes, man, that guy's fit. You know, he's like, my tits are on the ground, I gotta get in shape. Cavemen were obviously the first people to make fire because they were the first people to see a sunset and just think, uh-oh, I don't know if big wildfire come back and make fire. We could probably kill off some idiots in the world if we put a scratch and sniff sticker on the bottom of pools. I'll give you all a few more seconds on that one. If you say bacon with a Jamaican accent, it sounds like beer can in an English accent. Bacon. Two blondes were going to Disney World. They approached a sign that says Disneyland left. They began to cry and headed home. If Apple ever made a car, it wouldn't have windows. It wouldn't crash either. A skeleton was walking with a ghost. He calls that his boo thing. Kid Rock says that we're born free, but Obama claims that we're being taxed to death. Last night I watched a movie. It was about a man being attacked by a killer, and his wife is just completely killed and his son is left disabled. But in a really odd twist of events, the son is kidnapped and he's being held hostage thousands of miles away in a tank while his dad chases this kidnapper thousands of miles with the help of this disabled woman. It was called like Finding Nemo or something. The other night my friend got so drunk, he spent 3 hours trying to send his mother a text message. And after I finally stopped laughing, I got up off the floor and I took the calculator from him and gave him back his cell phone. Monopoly is probably a really old game because it has luxury tax and rich people can still go to jail. I often doubt the ruler of Humpty Dumpty's land because as soon as Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and broke, he sent horses. Which has probably happened a lot more frequently when we think about it. I remember a president when they said, what are we going to do about Saddam Hussein? He's like, send the horses. 5-hour energies can be really dangerous. I had to do a biology project out in Gatlinburg, and I knew I was going to have to be awake for 20 hours straight, so I bought 4 of those 5-hour energies. And I assumed that when one wears off, the next one will just kick in, so I drank all 4 at once. And let me tell you, I discovered 8 new species of plants. I was talking to animals that weren't even there. Stick figures have a 50-50 life because some of them are forced to play the hangman game, while others have nice families on the back of SUVs. Teen Choice Awards is a really good example of why people under 21 should never be allowed to vote. The same should go if you're calling your band Two Guys and a Hot Chick. I'm just being serious. A lot of people for ages have asked, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I sit and wonder if vegetarians can eat animal crackers. Hollister's electricity bill must be about $1 a month. I walk in there and it's as dim as this place, but I understand they can't afford it because I went to buy a pair of jeans the other day and it was about $82. And I thought those things better be made of dinosaurs if I'm being it for $82. If a girl ever tells you that her nipples are pierced, your only answer should be, I don't believe you. I'll give you a few more seconds on that one too. One of my favorite pranks to play on people is at parties I will freeze Mentos in ice cube trays and pop them in people's beverages, and every 5 minutes someone's drinks will randomly explode. I'm the kind of person that often spends the entire meeting at work with my coworkers just wondering how they got the large table into the tiny doorway. If you never want to pick up your dog's poop while walking it, just own a German Shepherd and dress up as a cop and pretend to be looking for drugs in people's yards. And the last one I'm going to leave you all with tonight. I noticed that a lot of people around my neighborhood are putting up ADT services in their house, which is a security system. And I always thought it'd be great if you could just buy that sign and stick it in your yard, and I found out they don't sell that by itself. And so I was trying to figure out something that would keep robbers out of the house, and I found something that not only keeps them out, but people going door to door selling things, people promoting churches and stuff. It's just a sign that we stuck outside that says Ebola quarantined. Peace and love, guys. I'm out of here.